Chris, what is our first main topic today?
This comes from Juan Ruiz. Hey, John and crew. Well, that was fast. It was only 2 months ago when the Wonder Twins movie was announced, and John suggested a way this movie could work if they take a Riverdale direction with it.
I remember that.
Well, someone at WB took note of that. The Wrap is reporting Riverdale's KJ Apa and 1883's Isabel May are set to star as Zan and Jayna for the HBO Max movie. What do you think of the casting? Also, what do you think of the fast turnaround for this movie? Seems uncharacteristic for WB DC, but I like it. Thanks and bring on the filthy.
All right. So first off, let's address that last part. What do I think about the fast turnaround? I don't believe for a second there was a fast turnaround here. I think when they announced that they were doing a Wonder Twins movie, the decision for that had been made 6 months previous. When they announced KJ Apa and the other person was cast in the movie, I believe that casting decision was probably made 4 months ago.
At least.
I mean, it's one of those things. Because remember, when Ben Affleck got announced as Batman, it later came out that it was literally 6 months earlier that they had actually decided and signed the contract and all that kind of stuff. So as far as the fast turnaround, I don't actually think there was a fast turnaround. I think this is just, we found out about it and now it's all in motion. And apparently they're going to start shooting this summer. How do I feel about this in general? In the words of the immortal Chris Carr, or why? Or why? Why are you doing a Super Twins, Wonder Twins, whatever the fuck they're called? Why are they doing a Wonder Twins movie? This is ridiculous. Now, I remember when we talked about this, when they first made the announcement that they were going to do it, we all kind of theorized. It's like, well, what is a way they could do it? They could go in kind of The Boys kind of direction, just make it raunchy and adult and whatever. You could do it like a Riverdale approach is one of the things that we talked about. You know, appeal to the YA audience and with all the ridiculous tomfoolery that goes along with that. They could approach it in the original cartoon version, which would be, I'll use the word, idiotic, whatever. The question, of course, is will Gleek be in this? I mean, that's the key.
You got to have Gleek, otherwise it's not the Wonder Twins.
What's the point of doing it if you're not going to have Gleek? Now, look, as far as the cast goes, okay, so KJ, I mean, I've watched one season of Riverdale, but I mean, square-jawed, good-looking kid. I mean, he plays the role well in the show for what the show is, so that's fine. I gotta say, I really do like the idea, though, of Isabel May. I like the idea of Isabel May because I didn't see most of the other stuff she's been in, but she's great in 1883.
She was great.
She's so good in that. So, I mean, the casting is fine. I'm good with the casting. I just cannot get over why is this being made. Now, I get it why it's for HBO Max Direct. All right, this will probably be a movie that gets maybe a $25 million budget or something like that. I don't know, but to me, it's a strange choice to even make it at all. But if you're going to make it, perfectly fine set of casting. Chris, you see, they've got their cast now. This thing's for reals. Like, unlike whatever movie it is that you don't think is actually happening.
Flash. That's
the Flash.
movie.
It's not really the fake movie. This one actually looks like it's happening. What do you think about the casting announcements? Does it change your perception of the movie at all? What are you thinking right now?
I mean, I'm really not going to have a clear-cut way about how I feel about this film until we see that first trailer.
Yeah.
Because right now, it's just some casting news, right? And it could be very coming-of-age story, like we've talked about on the show. They could go kind of with the Ultramen, or I think that was their name on Justice League, when they talked about them in Justice League Unlimited, and that was a really cool story where the Wonder Twins were actually really rad and scary.
Yeah, you brought that up before, which I agree with you. That could be a good way to go.
That one was really fun. But this casting, I obviously understand why we're going with young actors who have a really big following too. I mean, KJ Apa is a very, very and I mean this in the booking sense, a hot actor, right?
Right.
Really big following, really, really great. And let's not be deterred by Riverdale, right? Because a project doesn't mean somebody's acting acumen.
Well, Twilight Boy.
For Isabella, right? She was basically a Disney kid kind of before this. She did a Netflix sitcom called Alexa and Kate. She was on Young Sheldon. She did a whole bunch of comedy stuff before that. And then she's killing it on 1883, right? So you just have to have the right project. Is Wonder Twins the right project? Probably not, but maybe. But probably not.
Hey guys, we want to take a minute and thank the sponsor of today's video, the good folks at Keeps. Now look, you guys probably already know that 2 out of every 3 men will experience some form of hair loss by the time they're just 35 years old. Now that's where Keeps comes in, because Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors. That means the guys that use it love it. Keeps offers a simple, affordable, and stress-free way to keep your hair. It's also low cost. Treatments start as low as just $10 per month, and Keeps offers generic versions for the 2 FDA-approved medications to prevent hair loss. That means treatment plans are affordable, typically half the cost of pharmacy prices. Keeps has everything your hair needs delivered straight to your door with discreet packaging and proven results. Remember, prevention is the key. Treatments can take 4 to 6 months to see results, so the sooner you act, the better. When it comes to your hair, save more, spend less with Keeps. So if you're ready to take action to prevent hair loss, go to Keeps, that's KEEPS.com/Campea to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's Keeps, KEEPS.com/Campea to get your first month free. Keeps.com/Campea. Rob, you're here. First of all, I mean, we had the discussion about Wonder Twins. Where's your thoughts evolved to with Wonder Twins between when it first announced and now? Have you started to see a way that this could be something? And what do you think about the addition of this cast here?
Well, first of all, the Wonder Twins were not even DC characters. They were created for the TV series.
Yeah, they're Hanna-Barbera
so
characters.
they're Hanna-Barbera characters that were then later incorporated into the DC universe. I know one thing, John. This movie, we will see this finished movie before we see The Flash. I guarantee it. If they've announced casting, they're going to shoot this movie. It's definitely going to drop on HBO Max before we see The Flash, if we ever see The Flash. But, it's fun. Like, to me, this smacks of like I could see it in a corporate boardroom. Oh, I grew up with the Wonder Twins. What if we made a Wonder Twins movie? It could be kind of cool. Like, nobody really thought about it. Like, to me, it seems like it's something that well, on a spreadsheet, the Wonder Twins. I loved the Wonder Twins when I was a kid. Of all the movies from the DC universe they could make, this is what they're going with. I mean, look, and I don't want to poo-poo it, because maybe somebody had a great take on it. Maybe they're like this really sexy, they're from outer space, they're aliens, and maybe the Wonder Twins are actually their lovers, or they're not brother and sister. They're
Why
they could be
twin stuff always get so creepy?
but I mean, they could be.
Rob, just want to remind you what the name of the movie is. It is called The Wonder Twins.
Well, yeah, but that's a name that doesn't mean they're necessarily twins.
Okay.
I mean, they could be that because maybe they're like
the Hardy brothers,
but maybe they're like heart.
Just met in a bar.
What if it's like heart to heart? Like heart. You ever watch Heart? No, I don't mean it in a creepy way. I mean like they're called the Wonder Twins. They're not real siblings, but it could be like a space heart to heart. They solve crimes. It's Stephanie Powers and it's Robert. What was his name?
Yeah, the number 2.
Right. Yeah. Number 2. And it could be like that. Like, it could be this globe trotting, and they have witty banter, and it could be really cool. And even though, I mean, it could be something that has more of an adult bent. But the Wonder Twins, I mean, are they really going to like put their hands together and go, form of a rhinoceros?
No, but Ray is all about this. Yes.
These characters are so corny that even if the movie's bad, it'll probably be good. And you could say,
I don't like that. I don't like corny.
So, do you want them to explore them like as Exorians and explore that alien race?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yes, I would like to see a more. Look, it can still have a corny, funny bent to it, but make it. You could go like Barbarella or Flash Gordon.
Is this the first announcement the merger has made? Is this the top of the priority right here? Wonder Twins?
Yeah. That's the thing too. Like, because if this thing is shooting in a couple of months, you already know a ton of money's already spent on this project. Like this project's been in the works for probably about a year. So I do wonder though, if it was not at this point already, if Zaslav would have looked at this on the dock and go, yeah, scratch. But at this point, there's no going back on it at this point.
I mean, my hope is that the script is good. The reason this movie got greenlit is because the script is a good script.
The biggest thing to me, to go back to what Chris was saying, is what's the tone of this going to be?
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be The Boys? Is it going to be True Detective? Is it going to be Riverdale? Is it going to be whatever? And the one thing, like, I know I've said this before, but just the core characters are so stupid.
Yeah.
Like I get it. Like when I remember watching Wonder Twins when I was a kid, right? And it's like always, even as a kid, I knew this was ridiculous because for those who don't know, Jayna has a very cool power. She's a shapeshifter that can turn into any creature she wants. Like a guy breaks in, oh, okay, that's cool. Form of a rhinoceros. Okay, I'm gonna kill you now. Goodbye. Right? She could, or whatever. Right? Her brother Zan has the lamest superpower in the history of comic books, which is he can take on some form of water.
Do you think it's better or worse that his face is still on that form of water?
It's appropriate. I'll say appropriate. Because she's like, okay, the bad guys show up. Here's what we're going to do. Jayna, shape of a rhinoceros. Cool. Boom. And then Zane, form of, literally, a bucket of water. And he turns into a bucket of water.
You know what?
Turns into a splash of water, and then Gleek the monkey has to zoom in with a bucket to catch him.
So you have to have Gleek.
He's
for sure.
a bucket of water.
Water breaks down everything. Just give it time, like years and years.
That's why the Ultraman one was really cool because he was like, "Oh, I'm just going to become enough water to drown everyone." You're like, "Oh my gosh, everyone's drowning in him."
They missed the opportunity here because I would have cast the Love It or List It couple as the Wonder Twins. Right? Have you guys seen Love It or List It?
I love It or List It. 'Cause I'm an
Those
HGTV
two
guy.
are the real Wonder Twins right there.
Anyway, guys, hey, David
perfect.
Zaslav, he's looking for that HGTV connection. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about the casting choices for Wonder Twins, or what do you think about them even doing a Wonder Twins at all in the first place? Whatever you guys are feeling about it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.